Good evening, or good afternoon, I should say, ladies and gents. Welcome to Jefferson County Center, or Jefferson Community Center, here in Elora, Ontario, for Game 2 of the 2024 Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League Final, featuring Elora, the home team, and the Western Conference champions, taking on the visiting team and the Eastern Conference champion, the Kahnawake Hunters. Adunyu Brandon Bordo Udats, Watquanuadadu Baby Blue Memories. Welcome to Baby Blue Memories. Game 2 of this championship series. Elora winning game 1 by a final score of 10-7. And you're joining us as well, live on Easy Stream, also live on Kahanawake's K103.7. Let's take a quick second here to give a shout out to main sponsors for this afternoon's game: Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, as well as Burning Leaf and Mohawk Super Bingo. So in game 1, what happened was Kahnawake fell behind, and while they kind of traded goals throughout the rest of the game, that early 2-goal head start for Elora is what propelled them to the 10-7 victory in game number 1. And bounces, yes, the Hunters had a couple of bad bounces go their way, but the thing was, Elora took advantage of them and made those opportunities count when they had them. Game 2 today, it's all about making sure that you are guaranteed 2 games at home in the 2024 Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League Final. Game 3 next Friday, Game 4 next Saturday, both games at 8 p.m. The Hunters want to make sure that both of those 2 games happen, and that starts by playing a good, hard, aggressive first period, similar to what they did in Game 1 of the conference semifinal series against the Nepean Knights. I was talking to a couple of Kahnawake earlier, and they said Elora's defensemen are big, and their defense as a whole is talented, but they didn't think that the defense of Elora was necessarily as talented as Nepean's defense was, but their defense was a little bit more structured, and that is high praise to Nepean, who is very, very talented on the defensive end of the floor. But regardless as to what we think, what we have to say, there's only one way that it can play out, and that is on the floor. The Hunters have to let that momentum carry them on the floor. Don't worry about the noise that's going to happen here from the Elora fans. As the late, great Kobe Bryant once said, fan noise is not going to block my shot. And fan noise is not going to block your shot. It's not going to stop your shots. It's not going to intercept your passes, and it's not going to knock you down to the floor. Forget about the fans and just focus here on a Game 2, in which is extremely important for the Hunters here. First time Kahnawake is trailing a playoff series thus far in the 2024 playoffs. And Kobe Lahash, who got injured in Game 1, is in the lineup today, so he's on the floor and will be playing game number 2. Tylan Daibo also slots in for the Hunters. I don't know exactly who he's coming in for, but I did see Tylan in there. And we mentioned with Elora's bigger defenders, maybe he is the type of player that will make a difference back there on the back line for the Hunters. This game set to start at 2 p.m. We're about 48 seconds away in the left-hand corner. Please note that the side to the left is the visitor's side on the scoreboard. So it's going visitors left, and then the home team is on the right. Obviously, as we start this game, scoreless. Not that hard to figure out, as nobody really starts games with a 1 or 2 goal cushion. Especially not here in the 2024 Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League Final. And what a ride it has been. I want to give a shout out to Jeff and the staff here at Elora Community Center for making my stay as easy as possible here. They've made things simple, and now it's time for the Hunters to simplify their game and get back to playing Hunters lacrosse. Well, the Eastern Conference champions have entered the floor, as have the Western Conference champions. Scene shifts next Friday. We'll be in Ganawagi for Game 3. That'll be an 8 p.m. start. We'll carry that live on Baby Blue Memories as well as K1037, where some of you may be listening to right now. Oh, Ganawagi wearing black with white and burgundy trim, playing from left to right. And Elora wearing white with yellow and black trim. Oh, we're going to have the playing of O Canada coming up. And after that, Game 2 of this Best of 5 Championship Series will get underway. And here we go. Game 2 of the Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League Final is set to begin. The Hunters playing in black with burgundy and white trim, attacking left to right, and Elora in white with yellow and black. They'll be playing from right to left. Starting netminders for the Ganawagi Hunters, we have Casey Lahash, Jesse Morrison, number 30, in goal for Elora. And if you're the Hunters, your road to getting 2 home games in the final starts today. Get the win today. Because as bad as, or as tough as Game 1 might have felt like, the Hunters, they didn't necessarily feel like they played the worst game. They were just a step slow. And you're a step slow at times, you can come back. But unfortunately, Elora, a juggernaut that has gone 10-0 in these playoffs, you have to play a complete 60-minute game. Same 3 officials as yesterday as we get set for this second game. Except Rebetsky, is in. He was not in. It was Getz who was in for Game 1. Rebetsky, the 3rd official. We are underway. This opening face-off brought to you by Burning Leaf Convenience, located on Route 138. And this is the interesting to see with the Hunters. How does Ganawagi handle the Elora pressure? Because the pressure kind of threw them off in game number 2. Or in game number 1, I should say. 14 seconds to go. Connor Gorman comes out of the dog pile with it. 10 seconds for the Hunters to shoot. Gorman driving. Off-angle shot. He put it wide, trying to go short side. And it'll be Elora possession. So here's Owen Moore, who had 2 goals in Game 1. Cole Hunsberger had the hat trick to lead Elora in the goal department. Here's a chance, whipped wide. Oh, no one's picking him up. 2-on-1 low, save made. And there's a defensive collapse there by the Hunters. Thankfully nothing happened, but gee. And there's a bad pass. And the Hunters throwing the ball away to start Game 2. Get settled in here. Ganawagi is going to have to make some adjustments as well to the Elora pressure. They're pressuring 120 feet, basically picking up at the offensive restraining line. Wilson against Crowder, or Gerlach, sorry. Ball deflects, 4 seconds left to go. Scooped up on the other side by Nate Renault. And Renault is barreled into by Crowder. And back comes Ganawagi. Marcus Daibo slotting in here for Game 1. And he is upended. Got the ball out to Owen Rice. Good play by the first-year junior. Owen swings it out. Martin up top. Drake swings it to the near side. 10 seconds to shoot. Deha Hyundai Albany fires off of a body. Karams to the far side. Owen Rice with 5 seconds to go. Has to fire one up here. That stopped. A rebound. Elora's on it. And the home squad brings it up to center. Carter Coffey gets it out. Near side. Owen Moore And it's swung over to Wilson here on the near side. And he is barreled into by Mark Henderson. Shot comes in while he was on his derriere. Good play by Wilson, and Elora picks it up, fresh 30 for the home squad. Coffey whips it out. Back over to Owen Moore. Moore switched onto, gets it over. Shot comes in, and that does not hit the target. Mark Henderson picks up the rebound. And that'll be a turnover on the Hunters. Tylen Daibo knocking down Jake Verbeek in the crease. Kobe Lahash pushing Moore out of the way. Here's a shot score. Cole Huntsberger. He had the hat trick in game one, scored the first 2 goals of game 2, and he's got the opening goal here in game two. Scored the first 2 in game 1, has the first one in game 2, and it's 1-0 in favor of Elora. And Elora's on it. And the fans over here getting on the 17-year-old Hunters netminder. Played out. Here's a shot. Casey says, shut up. Gerlach. Crease violation, Elora. Hunters ball. Marcus Daibo back up to Saganu Guatsunuyanis, and here's the high pressure. Rice with Dobbins, and it's picked off. Saganu Guatsunuyanis just picked up 100 points in the season and playoffs combined with his 2 points yesterday, up to 101 now. And there's a steal. Ethan Drake barreling in. Drake, and he has it knocked out of his stick. Drake back behind the net. Drake spins out of trouble. And 2 Elora players collide. Drake still with it. One-hander, not on. He tried the one-hander behind the back. 8 seconds to shoot. Gorman. Connor's going to have to fire one here. Save made. Albany fished out the rebound, but the ball will squirt towards the Elora bench. And the home squad's on it. And we've got an Elora player down and a penalty coming up to the Hunters. And Elora had 5 more power plays than the Hunters did in game 1. That's not a good sign. And the Hunters took 3 penalties in the offensive end. This is another penalty in the offensive end. And it's Connor Gorman going to the sin bin here. So that means it's time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters penalty kill. Kahnawake killing off 6 of 8 Elora penalties, or Elora power plays in game 1. Brindley Wilson coming back. Back to the top. Quick stick, not on. Ball stays in play and it'll go back right towards Jesse Morrison. 13 to shoot. Evan McDougall brings it back. Wilson, McDougall. He shires. Pad save. Follow-up chance. Kicked away. And Owen Moore's on it. Fresh 30 for Elora. Wilson. Out in front. That pass is deflected and the Hunters are on it. Reese Kirby corralling it. Reese getting into Elora territory. Pulls it out. Drops it back to Owen Rice, who catches the one-hopper. And Rice knocked down from behind. We've got a penalty coming up. And that'll nullify the power play. An illegal cross-check is coming up. Or no, it's a trip. So that'll take care of the power play for now. And it's now 4-on-4. Hey, this is how the Hunters get going. 1-0 lead for Elora, 14-16 left to go in the first. Saganu Guatsunuyanis Rice. Hyundai Albany. That's Colby Dobbins, sorry, 11. Dobbins, backdoor feed, and that's right on. Save made Morrison. Leighton Bomberry scoops it up. Bomberry front shot. Not there. And that's another thing, too, for the Hunters. They missed a ton of chances yesterday. That's got to be real frustrating. They had their opportunities, and they were putting a lot of them wide. 4 posts as well, don't forget, in game 1 to Elora's 1. Adjust those shots a bit. Oh, and there's a big toe save by Casey Lahash. And McDougall gets it in front of Gerlach. Fresh 30 for Elora, 20 seconds to shoot. McDougall swings it out. Here's a drive, score. Nate Renault, 2-0. That goal comes, by the way, just as the other penalty expired, so it's 2-0, but it's now time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Gunnawagi Hunters power play. Or wait, what? Why is Gorman going back in the box? The penalty, okay, there's 11 seconds. All right, so never mind, scratch that. Still 11 seconds left in the 4-on-4. They took the penalty off when it was still 4-on-4. Marcus Dibo runs head first into an Elora player. Then Lahash picks it up. Reese gets it over. And like we said, the fans are going to get loud here. Fans aren't going to block your shots. They don't have that ability, so forget about them. Hunters power play now starts. Martin fires. Turned away by Morrison. Bomberry back on it. And the Hunters throw it away. Dobbins, or that's Gorman riding his man against the wall. Landon Crisco. Crisco behind the Hunters goal. 13 seconds left in the Elora penalty. Crisco knocked down hard, got a shot away, not on. And Landon Jimerson scoops it up. 2-0 lead for Elora. Penalty is over. We're back to full strength. Owen Rice going back to the bench, and that is quite concerning if it's going to be if it's serious or not. Back comes Elora. And that pass is not on. Big collision. Reese Kirby going in there alongside Renault. And the Hunters corral it. Mark Henderson. Taken off. Lost his balance. And if you're going to make that decision, you have to be firm with it. Elora's defense is a little too big, I think, to try to fake and then get through. Back out. Hunsberger. We've got a moving screen. And a penalty to Elora for a kicking. That's a delay of game call on Evan McDougall. And the Hunters really badly need a power play goal. They are 0 for 1 on the man advantage, albeit the first one was abbreviated. Time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen. Hunters power play. Goaltender's timeout. This goaltender's timeout is brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, located at the bottom of Blind Ladies Hill. If you want to look and feel your best, trust the team at Pearl Spa. Hunters on the PP. Martin back out to Rice. Owen Rice back out there. Bomberry, quick stick by Martin is turned away by Morrison. That's something that Morrison was excellent with as well in game 1. Rebound control. Hunters not getting a ton of second chance opportunities. Mainly because Morrison kept him in front of the crease as well. Carter Coffey Goes back to the bench. 7 seconds to shoot. Casey Lahash to save. Rebound, Kobe Lahash on it. And he'll circle around the horn. Lahash gets it out to Owen Rice. Saganogwatsudu Yanis Rice over to Connor Gorman. Back up high for Bomberry. Rice, Martin, Suggo Rice, Gorman, Bomberry has a look, fires, pad St. Morrison. A rebound, Rice, Owen Rice kicked it. Couldn't scoop it up. And Owen knocks it free. And Elora gets it over. And Terrence Marina not going to go for it here. And we got some slashing back behind the play. Owen Rice in a battle with, it looks like, Mark McIntosh. They're having a little lightsaber duel back there. Shot knocks the stick out of Reese Kirby's hands. Shot clock violation, Elora. Gorman. Back out. Bomberry swings it over. Saganogwatsudu Yanis up high. Owen Rice cranks one. That is blocked. 10 seconds to go. Penalty is over. The Hunters over 2 on the man advantage. Gorman. Bomberry fires one, trying to go 5-hole. Morrison shuts it down. 9 minutes left to go. By the way, we'd like to welcome Astronomical Cards and Comics aboard, located at Ganyakahaga Plaza on the Old Malone Highway. All your Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and comics that you could ask for, tax-free. Astronomical Comics and Cards and Comics, because our prices are out of this world. Good out of this world defense by the Hunters right there, forcing the ball back. Ethan Drake getting on over to Deha Albany. Back out to Dylan Martin. Martin to Dobbins. He'll fire. And that does not hit the net. Shot back on, not on the net. Shot clock violation against Kahnawake. Elora ball. 8:16 left to go in the first period of play. 2-0 lead for Elora. And in possession is Owen Moore. Moore swings it out. Hunsberger back to Moore. Near side. Here's a cranker, right on, stick save, and the ball trickles. Hunsberger, big save! Casey Lahash turning it away. There's a big hit near side. Suggo Rice got banged into it. We said before, Elora's pressure drove the Hunters a little crazy in that opening game. Near side. Back out in front. Ball hops. You got a penalty coming up, and they score. Brindley Wilson makes it 3-0 Elora. 7:27 to go in the first. And the roughing call is negated by the goal by Brindley Wilson. His goaltender's timeout. Brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Want to look and feel your best? Trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, located at the bottom of Blind Ladies Hill. Elora has gone up by a count of 3-0, 7:27 left to go in the first. If you're new to the channel, please give us a like and subscription. Each like helps us out. Each subscription helps us out. Currently we're at 1,700 subs, trying to get to 2,000. Actually 1,702, so thank you very much to all of you that are subscribing. Owen Rice slams into Tubble in front of the Elora bench. Nate Renault Wilson. Moore. Swings it out. Save Lahash. Rebound Marcus Daibo. Picks it up. And Daibo's going to challenge Moore. He shoots. Good! Marcus Daibo! The rookie catches Morrison sleeping. I don't think Morrison was expecting that shot. Marcus Daibo going to his right, shooting to his left, a little bouncer, and used Owen Moore just as enough of a decoy. And Kahunawage's on the board. It's 3-1. 6:44 to go here in the first. That's something Elora has done a good job at though tonight, is that's winning draws. All those one draws mean extra possessions. Carter Coffey. Swung back, 10 seconds to shoot. McDougal. Through traffic. Casey Lahash makes the save. And we've got a penalty coming up to the Hunters. High sticking the call. And that means it's time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters penalty kill. So Kahunawage's going to have to come up strong here on the PK. It seemed like in game one, every time the Hunters got back into the game, they did. Elora either scored or the Hunters took a penalty that slowed momentum down. Can't be doing that. Yeah, and Elora, 5 more power plays in game one. This is their second power play, so Hunters killing off penalty to number 2. And that'll be gobbled up by Casey Lahash. Kobe out of his crease. Lahash has to get it out, and he doesn't. 10-second violation against the Hunters. 30 seconds gone by, the penalty to side here. Back up top. Wilson. Shot not on. And we've got another penalty to the Hunters here. Holding the call on Reese Kirby. And it is a 5-on-3 right now for Elora. Well, this is a crucial penalty kill for the Hunters. Remember in game 3 against Orangeville, it was 6-2 Orangeville, and the Hunters had to kill off a 5-minute major. They scored on the major penalty, and it was 6-3, and they had killed it off. This is a similar type of situation. Wilson, no! Billy Dodonna picks it up. And Dodonna taken off. He's got Daibo. Dodonna picks it back up, and he'll bring it out. Now doubled. Lost his edge, and Elora's on it. 48 seconds left to go in the 5-on-3. .38 seconds left to go in the 5-on-3. You've got Owen Tubble there basically playing center field. 8 to shoot. And that is blocked by Marcus Daibo. And Daibo's on it. Daibo wrestled up against the wall, and he was out-muscled. At the end of his shift as well, he's going to come off. 8 seconds to go. Back up top he goes. Score! Power play goalie Laura, 4-1. Elora arguing, saying that there was 1 second on the clock. Unfortunately, they got to pay their timekeeper a little more, I think. I mean, they got video replay, but they're not going to use us. They're not quite possibly going to use us at any point. Now it's 4-1 Elora with 4:17 to go in the first. .405 left to go in the first. 4-1 Elora. We're back at full strength. Hunters are 2 for 3 on the penalty kill. And 0 for 2 on the man advantage. More. Side here, rides his man out. Connor Wilmots gets the goal for Elora. And here's Elora's trademark pressure. Dobbins. Bomberry. Now they're sagging in. Owen Rice. 10 seconds to shoot. Martin. Dealin spins off. Swings it to Sagano Yanis. He fires. And that is blocked. 3:06 to go. Here in the first. Elora up by 3. Reese Kirby measuring up. Wilson, he'll fire and score. Brendan Wilson makes it 5-1 Elora with 2:50 to go in the first. Back to center. Face off. Won by Elora. Swung back out. Near side, out in front. Crease. Good slide by Gerlach. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left to go here in this first period. Down to Albany. Gorman fires a bouncer, that's right on. And it's lobbed over the top, and Reese Kirby's on it. Kirby hurdles one Elora player, swings it out. Martin double teamed, run into, take it down. Ball comes towards the near side. And that might be something. Timeout. Elora possession. This goaltender's timeout brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. You want to look and feel your best? Trust the team at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, located at the bottom of Blind Ladies Hill. So Elora has possession with 100 seconds left in the first. It's 5-1 for the home team. Back up top. Here comes Wilson driving in, scores. And he has the first period hat trick. And it is 6-1. Advantage Elora with 75 seconds left to go. Elora winning another face-off. Hunter's got to do better in that department. And it's intercepted by Kobe Lahash. He's got more back. Kobe shoots, and that's not on. Ball hopped out the center. Gerlach scoops it up. Gerlach shoots. And he's knocked into, that'll be a penalty to Elora. Last minute of play in this first period brought to you by Burning Leaf, located on Route 138 right across from Good Leafs Auto. And now it is time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen. Hunters power play. Kahnawake 0 for 2 on the man advantage. And there's also an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty picked up, so a 4-minute double minor here for the Hunters. I know this is not an ideal start for Kahnawake, but you need to take advantage of this right now. Don't forget their comeback in Game 3 against the Green Gales, or Game 4 against the Green Gales. Down 4-0. They're also down 5-1 in Game 3 against the Gales. Came back to tie it. And Elora's on it. Reese Kirby pins his man against the wall. And the Hunters corral it. Gorman back up the floor. Saganugwatsuyanis has the pass, get by him. Ryson! Oh, what a save! And Elora's on it as Morrison kicked it out from point-blank range. That'll do it. That'll do it. First period has come to an end. Stay tuned. The CKON intermission report is coming up in 5 minutes' time. Elora and Kahnawake Game 2 Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League Finals. And right now the Hunters have some work to do, trailing 6-1. Welcome back to Jefferson Community Center in Elora, Ontario. First intermission. The Kahnawake Hunters have some work to do, trailing by a count of 6-1 to Elora. And it's time for the CKON intermission report. Play CKON Radio Bingo every Tuesday night on 97.3 CKON. You can't win if you're not in. We will deliver your cash prize right to your doorstep. And well, for the Kahnawake Hunters, simply put, I think what they have to do is, if you've ever watched the Mighty Ducks Part 2, at the end of the second period, when Team USA is trailing Iceland 4-1, Gordon Bombay gathers all the Americans in a circle and says, "Who are you and where are you from?" And then he says, "We all play for Team USA." I think Garrett Cree is going to have some kind of a speech right now. Where are you from? Kahnawake, Oswego, Rochester, Messina, you name it. And who do you play for? Kahnawake Hunters. He's going to have some kind of a speech right there to get these guys believing that they can do it. There's still 40 minutes left to play. They still got 3:09 in a 4-minute double minor, and they're going to have to do something along those lines right now to get back here. Just believe that they can do it. They've gotten off to a really slow start in each of the last 3 games. Game 3 with Orangeville, Game 1 last night, and then Game 2 today. The Hunters have not been able to get the fast starts on the road since Game 1 of the Nepean series. Basically, ever since then, every road game has been an uphill battle for Kahnawake, and we'll see if the Hunters have another comeback in them here, as we still got 40 minutes left to go in this game. Brindley Wilson, the leading scorer in the league during the regular season, has a first-period hat trick. Nate Renault, Cole Huntsberger, and Connor Wilmetz each with a goal as well. Marcus Dybel, the only goal for the Hunters. Kahnawake, offensively, what is happening here is when Kahnawake has the ball, Elora is giving them basically a full court press. They're lining up 3 guys in the middle, right at the center. 1 guy actually on the offensive restraining line, and then 2 guys at center. And what's happening is the Hunters are picking the pass to go to the closest guy, but the reality is one defender is playing center field and basically zoning up, allowing him to be closest to that guy instead of making a pass, maybe a skip pass in that situation, which would be basically the same risk but much more rewarding. Hunters are going to have to make those adjustments, maybe have another guy come back and set screens, and also be much quicker on the changes. The Hunters have lost 8 to 9 possessions on that, and basically 3 to 4 more possessions on needless interference, pushing away from the ball, and an offensive zone penalty, which they took. They still got plenty of time here. Then yes, there is a mess to clean up, but you got 40 minutes to clean it up and try to send this series back for 2 games back in Kahnawake. And don't forget, we'll have live coverage for you on Baby Blue Memories starting at 7:55 p.m. on Friday night. Kahnawake Hunters and Elora, Game 3, Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League Final. Well, we're 70 seconds away from this second period starting. Elora and Kahnawake, the Hunters, have entered the floor. And the Eastern Conference champions back out there. Don't underestimate what 2 goals on this power play could do, though. Even 1 would be nice. The Hunters just got to get something going. Jesse Morrison hasn't been all that busy today, especially compared to Game 1, where the Hunters at times peppered Elora's net. It's been a relatively quiet and tame first 20 for Jesse Morrison today. See if he's engaged and in game mode if you're the Hunters, especially with a 4-minute double minor that has 3 minutes and 9 seconds left on it. Well, we'll see if Coach Cree and his troops are ready for this second period of play. And Elora comes back. So Elora leading by a count of 6-1. So Billy Dodonna, Reese Kirby, Kobe Lahash, I believe Owen Rice will be out there as well. Reese and Ethan Drake. We'll see if the Hunters make a switch too. First period, they have not been getting the better of the possessions off the draw. And the fifth on the Wallgate Orno is actually side here. And they're going to go with Bomberry back. So Bomberry comes in. Drake goes to the bench. Six-1 Elora, 3 minutes, 9 seconds to go. This opening face-off is brought to you by Burning Leaf on Route 138, right across from Good Leafs Auto. And the Wallgate Hunters trailing 6-1 to Elora. This is Game 2, Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League Final. And we're underway, and the Hunters gain possession. Leighton Bomberry with a clean win. And we'll see if the Hunters can rev the engine here on this second period. They've been stuck in neutral. Owen Rice back out to Leighton Bomberry at the top. Gorman shoots, not on. Ball goes back in. Casey stops it. 7 seconds to shoot. Bomberry gonna have to fire one. Shot comes in, save made, rebound. Martin trying to fish it out. Off of an Elora stick back into the crease. Owen Williams back for the home squad. 2:25 left to go. Williams swings it out. McDougall behind the goal. Meets a triple team Gerlach. And McDougall lost his balance, but the ball goes right to Owen Tubble. And the Hunters now corral it. Owen Rice settles it in. First half of the double minor is gone. This is a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters power play. Rice. Bomberry. Back out. Gorman. Fires and the bouncer missed. I must have mentioned that too in the first period of play. The Hunters missing a lot of opportunities. So a lot of the radar tracker hasn't been on for Kahnawake thus far. 12 seconds to shoot. Renault back into the corner. Moore. And he shoots, save made by Casey. Tyler Daibo on the rebound. Side here. Brings it into Elora territory. And he'll drop it over to Owen Rice. Bomberry. Martin freight training his way down the middle. Bomberry. Fires and scores! Leighton Bomberry, power play goal. 6-2, and the Hunters have hit the jackpot and found the Queen just like you can by playing Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. The draws are held on Zoom every Sunday, 5:30 p.m. Go ahead and find your lucky lady at Mohawk Super Bingo today. Power play goal, Leighton Bomberry, just what the doctor ordered. And now Ethan Drake out there to take this draw against Terrence Barina. And Barina wins it. Side here in pursuit, as is Billy Dodonna. Owen Tubble. Bringing it back for Elora. Swings it over towards the bench. This is a period with the long changes, by the way. And that'll go back into Elora territory. 15 to shoot. Here's Hunsberger. Back to the middle. Shot fake. And that's not on. Shot clock violation on Elora. Hunter's ball. Owen Rice and Saganogwatsudu Yanis Rice, the two 100-point getters during the year, getting the assists on the goal. And you see the Elora in the second period, they're not able to extend the press as much because it's a period with a long change. Bomberry shoots, missed. Gorman picks it back up. Back out, Owen Rice. Shot clock's at 7. Rice dancing, firing. It is not in. Not in. Ball went behind Morrison, but did not cross the line. Jesse Morrison was looking. Good help defense there by Brock Redwood, number 9 in white. Goal. Cole Huntsberger has his second. And a lapse in defensive coverage for the Hunters leads to goal number 7. (7-2). And Elora's on it. And that's one-handed back into Elora's territory. Scooped up by Owen Tubble. Ethan Drake. There's a high pass. Shot comes in. Lahash makes the save. Back in. And game 1 was the first time all playoffs that the Hunters gave up double digits in goals in a game here in the playoffs. First time since the regular season finale against Akwesasne, and that game went to overtime. There's a yard sale on aisle 3, and it's scooped up by the Hunters as Connor Gerlach picks it up. Billy Dodonna. He's got some room. Fires in a pad save. Rebound picked up by Saginaw Gwatsunu Yanis. Gorman back on it. Owen. Around the screen. Back out. Sago fires. Not on. Or they was on. Patted aside. Fresh 30 Hunters. Gorman. Owen Rice. Fire score! (7-3). 4-goal game with 14:57 to go in the second. (14:57 to go in the second period of play. Owen Rice has made it 7-3. Wayne Bomberry. And Elora controls. Connor Gorman with the assist on the goal. 14:35 to go here in this second period of play. And that is right on. Save made by Casey. And Leighton Bomberry comes out. See Elora pressing. Dodonna, Martin. Back up. Rice. There's a ripper by Gorman, save made. Rebound picked up by Elora. There's a long pass that'll go off the mark and picked up by Elora. Huntsberger in. Crease, no goal. Tylen Daibo. Owen Rice. 13:55 to go. Gorman. Drake. Look out. Bounced up, breakaway opportunity. Morrison turned away. Or that was Ryan McDougall, 14, who was turned away. Anderson up. And Cole Doherty being pursued by Mark Henderson. Doherty circles back and will play it over to Brock Redwood. Elora changing. 7-3 in favor of the home team here in the second. There's a save made, and we've got a penalty coming up for a hold on Reese Kirby. So it is time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters penalty kill. Kahnawake needing one here, needing to kill this one off. 13-13 to go in the second period of play. Elora 7, Kahnawake 3. And Elora in possession. Wilson, Hunsberger. Wilson swings it over, chance, and it trickles in the net. They score. JJ Levine goes 5-hole. It's a power play goal for Elora, and it's 8-3. Goal comes with 13:03 to go in this second period of play. Face-off violation on Elora Hunter's ball with 13:02 left to go in the second. Gorman. Owen Rice at the top. Drake, 15 to shoot. Yanis, a shot, not on. Ball hit the backside of the official. Drake slammed into. Shot clock violation on the Hunters, Elora ball. 12:25 left to go in the second. Out in front. Ball lands on net. Save made by Casey Lahash. Henderson. Mark Henderson gets around. Trying to pass it out. Martin sets a hard screen. Bomberry with 12 to shoot. Bomberry fires, trying to go 5-hole, and that's shut off by Morrison. And here is Doherty giving it off to Hunsberger. Hunsberger back out, Levine. And here's a bouncer, not on, rebound stays in play. Kobe Lahash trying to get to it. 9 seconds to shoot. Lahash never gains possession of the ball. That's a back in, I think. Or not. Shot clock violation. Anyway. Probably a good play by Kobe, actually, that he never had possession of the ball. And now Gorman to Owen Rice. 8-3. Rice, quick stick, save made. Up the floor. Good defense, comes back out in front, shot. Ken Lahash answers the bell as he turned away double. Back on the Hunters. 10:50 to go. Here's a shot. Score! Connor Gorman from distance. And he's got his first of the series. That makes it 8-4. And he is a microwave because once he gets going, you got to try your hardest to stop him. And that microwave heats up quickly. We'll see if Connor Gorman gets an awakening here. 8-4. Played well. He had 3 assists yesterday. The Hunters love it when Gorman's clicking with goals. 8-4, 10:50 to go in the second period of play. Astronomical Cards and Comics, located at Gunyakahaga Plaza on the Omalone Highway. Welcome aboard. All your Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and comics you could ask for is available. It's tax-free. Astronomical Cards and Comics, because our prices are out of this world. And the Hunters have possession of the ball. And we've got a penalty coming up to Elora. Casey Lahash hustling to the bench. Extra attacker coming on. And Casey gets the assist on that goal, by the way. Rice fires, not on, and we have the penalty called here. It is a slash. And the Hunters will go to work on a PP. This power play brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. Draws are held every Sunday at Zoom on 5:30, and you can only buy your tickets on the floor. So Bomberry at the top with Owen Rice and Gorman. Gorman. Bomberry. Owen Rice. Fires. Save made. Rebound. Elora's on it. And Rice with the steal. Good play by Martin to knock it free. Shot from an RF angle. Not on. It hit the outside of the post. Martin back on it. Fresh 30. Dealand to Rice. Pass a little too hard and off. Sagano Guatsuduyanis back up to Martin. Owen. Martin. Back over to Gorman. Gorman driving, shooting, and that is stopped. It's stuck somewhere in the equipment of Morrison. He's got it. And back comes Ryan McDougall. Watch out, Owen Rice is all alone up here. Elora back on it. 15 to shoot. And Evan McDougall will take his time. Marcus Dyba working on him. And Tylen Dyba knocks his man down. Great defense by Tylen. That's why he's the game breaker. Just his raw strength and athleticism on the defensive end. 37 seconds to go on the power. Gorman. Bomberry. Out in front. Pass comes out the other side. Owen back on it. Back over to the top. Bomberry shoots. Shoulder save made by Morrison. And a rebound. Intercepted or picked up by Owen Williams of Elora. He gets it over the restraining line. 5 seconds to go on the penalty. And we got a penalty coming up to Elora for a slash. Mark McIntosh and Dylan Martin arguing, and then McIntosh gets called for a slash. Time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters power play. Timeout on the floor. This timeout brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, located at the bottom of Blind Ladies Hill. Want to look and feel your best? Trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. So the Hunters have 3 seconds left in a 5-on-3. I don't think they're going to get a shot here on the 5-on-3 portion, but if they can cut it to 3, you got to think about it. If the Hunters can make this a 2-goal game going into the third period, you're not going to get 2 at a time. This isn't basketball or football or even field lacrosse. Remember in Major League Lacrosse when they had those 2-goal shots from, I think it was like 25 yards? Owen Rice. Back out to Gorman. To the top. Rice fires. Not on. Bomberry rebound. Shot. Save made. Morrison. Good save in tight from point blank range. And that bounces. And the Hunters are on it. Bomberry again. Shoots. No. Play it up the center. And good defense here on the near side. And Hunters not able to gain possession here. Crowder trying to go after it. Nate Renault taking his time. Meanwhile, we've got a one-on-one down here on the other end. Owen McDougall and Owen Rice back here. Reese Kirby picked it up. Over and back. Hunters ball. Owen Rice 2-on-1. Shins it over. Gorman! Post! Dealand trying to find the handle. He's got it. Back out to Rice. He shoots, pad save. Martin trying to dig out the rebound. And it's scooped up by Elora. 7 minutes left to go in the second. 20 seconds left to go in the penalty to Elora. And there's a steal by Gerlach. Gerlach in the corner. Billy Dodonna. 7 seconds to go. Connor Gorman. Bomberry. Shot blocked. Back out to the other side where the Hunters corral it. Here's a shot, save made. Drake. Gorman. Bomberry shoots, and that's stopped. And back comes Elora. Too many. And back comes Ganawage, Ethan Drake. Here's a look and a shot, patted aside. Sugo Rice letting it go. And a penalty coming up to Elora. See if the Hunters could generate something here. Extra attacker on. Drake. Swings it over, quick stick, no. And a slashy call coming up to Elora. 5:37 to go. It's a slashy call, and it's time once again for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters power play. Timeout. Ganawage. Garrett Cree wants a timeout. This timeout is brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. We want to look and feel your best. Trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, located at the bottom of Blind Ladies Hill. Ganawage fighting hard. Trailing by a count of 8-4 right now. They have a power play. And still 25 minutes and 37 seconds left of game time. But that time is starting to shrink, even if just a wee bit. Garrett Cree taking a timeout, saying, come on guys, let's go here. Let's try to get back into this. If you can make this either 3 or 2 by the end of the second period, I mean, things look a little more promising. So for the Hunters, they've got Leighton Bomberry, Owen Rice, Connor Gorman, Saginaw Guatsuru Yanis Rice, and Dylan Martin. Brock Redwood, 2 minutes for slashing. Hunters on the PP. Owen Rice. Behind the goal. Gorman. Bomberry. Slides it over, pass a little too high and out of reach. Owen picks it up off the ricochet. Back to the top. Owen gets the return feed. Gorman. He fires, pad save. Hunters get it, fresh 30. Gorman behind the net. Gorman to Rice. Swings it over, pass bobbled. Gorman catches it, 18 to shoot. Near side Rice, back up top. Bomberry fires, save made, and that'll go out of play. Fresh 30 Hunters. Minute 15 left to go in the power. Dobbins. Gorman. Connor Gorman. Colby Dobbins. Fires a bouncer, no, and Elora's on it. Back comes Owen Tavel. And Owen Rice is going to hang out back here, so we got a 3-on-4 on the offensive end for Elora. And a 1-on-1 back here. Owen Rice and Owen Williams. Reese Kirby. Trying to pin McDougal. Billy Dodonna there as well. And the Hunters are on it. Marcus Dybo comes back. 25 seconds left to go on the power play. Bomberry. Hunters have had some chances here, this man advantage. Elora's killing this penalty. Hunters 2 for 5 on the man advantage. Rice out in front, or 1 for 5, sorry. And it's given away. Terrence Marina. And that'll do it for the penalty. Now officially the Hunters 1 for 5 on the man advantage. Brindley Wilson. J.J. Levine. Tylen Divo with a hit. Intercepted by the Hunters up the floor. Gorman in behind the defense. He's turned away. And he stepped through the crease. Three minutes and 8 seconds left to go in the second. Elora 8, Kahnawake 4. Game 2, Ontario Junior B Lacrosse League Final. Shot, score. Evan McDougall. Here at 2:58 to go in the second. Hunters are on it. Marcus Dibo. Swings it up top. Dehahande Albany to Owen Rice. Rice in front trying to hit Martin with the pass. Albany's on it. 15 to shoot. Albany fires and that's blocked in front. Played up the floor. Period with a long change. Breakaway Elora. Score. Brindley Wilson, 4th of the game. 10-4 Elora. .225 to go. Goaltender's timeout. This goaltender's timeout brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, located at the bottom of Blind Ladies Hill. If you want to look and feel your best, trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Goaltending change with St. Benedict is coming in. So St. Benedict now in nets. Out comes Elora. 2 minutes left to go in the second. 10-4 lead for the home squad. 10 seconds to shoot. Shot comes in, and that's off the post. Back out. Shot. No. 22 seconds to go here. 100 seconds remaining in period 2. 20 on the shot. They score. .11-4 for Elora. Three straight goals in 75 seconds. Here comes Elora. Back over. And a drive to Benedict, makes the save. And the Hunters are on it. There's a home run pass caught by Gorman in the clear. He's turned away. And they're going to have to wipe the floor in front of Morrison. I think. Yeah, that's what they're calling for. This timeout brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. For all your beauty, sorry about that. This timeout brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Want to look and feel your best? Trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Well, going into the second intermission. Don't forget, it's a best-of-5 series. No team is in trouble unless they lose a game at home. Hunters are going to have a third period to make some adjustments, and then if they don't come back and win this game, they'll have 5 days to regroup and make plans for Game 3. And you know that crowd at the Kahnawake Sports Complex is going to be wild and raucous. Over 3,000 fans expected at the sports complex for Game 3. Final minute of play in the second period, brought to you by Burning Leaf Convenience on Route 138. Levine back out. Here's a shot blocked, and the Hunters got it. Billy Dodonna turning on the Jets. Dodonna in behind the defense. He shoots. Bad save made. And Renault just went careening into Morrison. .20 seconds left to go. 7-second differential, game and shot. Here's a shot by Levine. Save made. Hunters got it. 5 seconds to go. Reese Kirby up the floor. Gerlach. And we're going to get matching minors to Levine and Henderson. Both players were tied up with each other, and both are going to go to the penalty box together. All right, so we got a roughing call and a holding the stick call. Levine holding the stick, Henderson the rough, Henderson the holding the stick, and Levine the rough. Bomberry will have 1.9 seconds to try a 100-footer. Not on, and that will do it for this second period of play. And I don't think anything else is going to come out of this. See, I don't like this. The fact that both teams got to get off the floor at the same door is... I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of this. And hopefully that doesn't escalate to anything in the third period. We're coming back with the second intermission report brought to you by CKON. We'll see you in 5 minutes. We welcome you back here to Jefferson Community Center in Elora, Ontario. Second intermission report. Now up here, brought to you by CKON. CKON Radio Bingo. Play it every Tuesday night on 97.3 CKON. You can't win if you're not in, and we will deliver your cash prize right to your doorstep. I would say, honestly, in that second period that the Kahnawake Hunters were the better team in terms of possession. They figured out some of the presses that Elora was putting on them, but 3 consecutive goals in which were scored by Elora within a 75-second span basically put an end to the second period for the Hunters, and really they're going to need a little bit more to the table. They got to bring more to the table in the third period. If they're not going to come back and win this game, it's one thing, but they're going to have some kind of momentum moving forward, and hopefully by the time that the third period comes out, they go out, give it their best effort of the entire series, and if they're able to do that, they'll have some momentum to carry over into Game 3, which you know at the Sports Complex will be on fuego. Kahnawake Hunters trailing by a count of 11-4. Elora was kind of stagnant in that second period for most of it. It was 8-4, but the Hunters had outscored Elora by a single goal, and things were looking a little bit promising for Kahnawake. We were talking, what if Kahnawake could trim the lead to 3 or to 2? But instead, that has gone completely reverse, and now it's 7. So Kahnawake, I know they've got some work ahead of them, but what they do have to focus on instead is they're going to have to focus on getting their groove back and not playing that scoreboard right now. Forget about that scoreboard. Play lacrosse. Play the game you've been playing since you were born. Play that game that we are born with lacrosse sticks in our crib. We're literally born with wooden sticks in our cribs. And when we pass away as lacrosse players, we're buried with that lacrosse stick. Play that game, that medicine game. And forget about that scoreboard, because ultimately the scoreboard right now matters, but it doesn't matter in the sense that there's no way that playing for momentum would result in making this like a 15-14 lead for your team. Just try to get back into it one goal at a time, put a little scare into Elora, and give yourselves a jolt of electricity. If you're the Elora side, what you have to do is you have to keep pressing. This is the third period. This is the period with the short change. So now Elora can pressure high like they did. Basically what they were doing in the first period was they were lining up one guy on the offensive side of the floor and then 2 guys in the middle right at center. And the Hunters were having a hard time beating that press. Elora was up 6-1 after the first. They outscored the Hunters 5-3 in the second, despite the Hunters being within 4 for a majority of it. They have not quite been able to cut it to 3, and I think that was really the magic number. But again, if you score 2 goals in the first 5 minutes here, make it 11-6, hey, you don't know. You really never know. And here come the Eastern Conference champion, Kahnawake Hunters, coming back to the floor, and a lot of faithful have made their way towards the washrooms. That's another thing that I've had to actually do, is not go to the bathroom in between the game start and the game end, because there's no guarantee that I'll be able to get to the washroom and back here in time for the start of the period or for the start of the intermission report. And while it is a scorcher, the first period and a half or so, it was actually overcast outside, so it wasn't excruciatingly hot out there. And we get the 2024 Founders Cup in Hamilton, Ontario. Will start on Saturday, August 18th, I believe. Or no, Sunday, August 18th, I believe, the Founders Cup will be starting. Not too far away from here in Hamilton. The Hamilton Bengals, the hosts for the tournament. Hamilton was swept in the second round of the Western Conference playoffs by St. Catharines. And you can stream it on YouTube Easy Stream. And who knows, you might have Sean Hunter and myself They're covering the games on both Easy Stream and Baby Blue Memories. But we're a long way from the Founders Cup right now. We're going to be starting this third period 4-on-4. Mark Henderson and J.J. Levine in the box. Well, here we go. This third period about to begin. And Elora controls. Played over. Evan McDougall. 7 seconds to shoot. Billy Dodonna. And that shot's not on. Wissay Benedict in nets for the Hunters. Here's Soganu Guatsuru Yanis Rice. Back out to Dobbins. A bouncer, no. A rebound picked up by Elora. Dylan Martin back on defense. It's a 2-on-1 for Elora. Save Benedict. Hey, the youngster getting some playing time in the OJBLL finals. Gerlach has it knocked away. And back comes Elora. 18:40 to go in this third period. 11-4 lead for Elora. Opening faceoff, by the way, brought to you by Burning Leaf on Route 138, right across from Good Leafs Auto. Connor Wilmich running over the rookie for the Hunters. 16-year-old Marcus Daibo. And Elora corrals it. He got a penalty coming up to Gorman. He went through the crease to deliver a check. Frustration. So it's time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters penalty kill. And don't forget, no matter what the score of this game ends up being, it's only one game. In 2019, Six Nations, the Rebels in the Founders Cup, hammered Calgary 21-4 in the round robin, and then lost to them 6-5 in the final. And there's a power play goal scored by Nate Renault, who has the hat trick. 12-4. So 18:05 left to go in the third period of play, and Elora now goes up 12-4. There's Gorman delivering a solid hit to Ryan McDougall. And Reese Kirby picks it up. Kirby tried to get it over to Gorman, and the pass was intercepted en route. And now we're back to full strength as Levine and Henderson are out of the sin bin. There's a shot, post! Crease violation, Elora. Hunter's ball. And here's the pressure. Bomberry. And that pass is off the mark. 13 seconds to shoot. Bomberry. Owen Rice. Fires. Scores! Owen Rice finds some room. He's got his second goal, and it's 12-5 with 17:02 to go. Like I said, if you're the Hunters here, just try to chip away. Realistically, you want to get it to within 4 with 10 minutes to go. Or just score 10 goals in 1 minute. But, you know, let's stick with reality here. That would be what? A goal every 6 seconds? Gerlach picks it up. And Elora, I can't tell you how many times the Hunters have turned it over by holding the ball in the near end of the Elora zone. They got to start moving the ball a little faster than that. Wilson back out. Kobe Lahash on the deflection. Wilson challenging. And the ball stuck in under Benedict's equipment, picked up by Elora. Back out it goes. The middle. Lobbed up in the air and a shot. And Benedict has it. Owen Rice to Colby Dobbins. And that pass is deflected. And that press once again causing problems for the Hunters. Owen Williams against Owen Rice. Evan McDougall. (12-5) Elora, 15:30 to go here in this third period. Crease. And we're going to get a timeout here on the floor to wipe the floor down. This timeout brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. You want to look and feel your best. Trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, located at the bottom of Blind Ladies Hill in beautiful downtown Ganhawaii. Well, the crew here, the mob crew, hasn't been as busy as they were last night. They're extremely busy. I counted 7 wipe downs last night compared to just 3 today. This is now number 4, but hey. Who knows? We got random stat trackers of everything, folks, I swear. Including how many times the floor has been wiped down. Saganoguatsu Yannis Rice. In possession. Over to Ethan Drake. Leighton Bomberry. Out in front. Martin. Turned away. All right, he stepped in the crease. Sorry, lower ball. Oh, we got another wipe down here. Oh, so never mind. Maybe I spoke too soon. That's 5 compared to the 7 wipe downs we had last night. This timeout brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. You want to look and feel your best? Trust the team at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Here comes Elora. And there's Benedict with the save. And we've got an injured Ganhawaii Orono. And that is Mark Henderson. He's holding his hip. And he gets back up and goes to the bench. And we need another wipe down. Wow, all right, that's 3 in like 37 seconds. Wow, they've called the bullpen for the guy. They've called the relief pitcher for the guy that's wiping the floor down. So, you know, it's getting a little hot and the floor is getting a little sticky out there. So, once again, this time out brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Want to look and feel your best? Trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Located at the bottom of Blind Ladies Hill. (12-5) Elora. (14:55 to go in the third. Near side. Out in front, shot. Wilson, no. Divo's going to get called for a slash here on Jay Verbeek. And it is time for a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen Hunters penalty kill. Dunwalk a 3 for 5 on the penalty kill. So, if you're good with math and listening, this is Elora's 6th power play. There's this cranker and they score. Power play goal. Jade Verbeek. 13-5. This is a shot from the top. It goes just over the right knee of Benedict and into the back of the goal. That power play tally makes it 13-5 Elora with 14 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. And back comes Elora winning the draw. In possession is Owen Moore. Back up. Moore swings it out. Moving screen. And here's the press. Gorman gets around it. Dobbins walking in. Back out. Suggo Rice, a drive, and that's knocked away. Suggo knows what to do, Giannis. And there are the Hunters getting a 50-50 ball. Rice batted aside. Rebound. Bomberry crashing for it. And Bomberry throwing his weight around. And Elora's going to get it. Or no, the Hunters get it. Saganoguatuyani slammed up against the wall. And Dehahande Albany's already showing some hustle, but the numbers possession paid off for Elora right there. "12 minutes and 47 seconds to go. And that shot's wide. Wide! Look out! Oh! That was coming right for us. No, that got the beam up here. That was. I tell you what, if that beam wasn't here, if this was at the sports complex, this is hitting one of our cameras up here. This might be the only time I've ever been thankful that the ceiling here is super low. Shot, save made. And we've got a holding call coming up to the Hunters. Oh, man. Hey, 2 for a hold, 2 for a slash. And 2 for body checking. No contact allowed in box lacrosse, so that's where the extra 2 comes in. 5-on-3 power play, Elora. Time for a Mohawk Super Bingo. Find the Queen Hunters penalty kill. And it's 13-5 with 12:19 to go. This timeout brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. Want to look and feel your best? Trust the experts at Pearl Spa, located at the bottom of Blind Ladies Hill. Carter Coffey is going to play center field here. DeHonde Albany got the hold. And Dobbins got the trip. Or he got the slash, sorry. Here's the save made. Gerlach picks it up. Connor Gerlach. Coming down. And he will, that's actually a smart play by Owen Rice. He didn't pick it up, he just kind of touched it. He kind of just tipped it without being on the other side of center, or the other side of the restraining line, technically. Wilson, back out. Shave made. Rebound. Break. Deflects it to himself. And Elora gets the numbers advantage and regroups. 1 minute gone by in the 5-on-3. Owen Moore. Shot not on. Eight seconds left to go. Elora's going to have to get a shot away. Pat save. Ball deflects back into Elora territory. Gorman giving chase. Save. Rebound. And that is stopped by Billy Dodonna. Who's got it now? Dodonna. Doubled. Busts out of it. Got it back. One hand on the stick. Yard sailed. And that'll do it for the 5-on-3. So the Hunters kill off the penalties. Gorman in there. And Elora with 4 guys there compared to 2 get the advantage. Elora in possession. Near side, Evan McDougall. Shot fakes. Kobe Lahash flushes him out. Here's a shot. Benedict the save. Astronomical Cards and Comics, located at Ganyaga Plaza on the Old Malone Highway, is where all your Magic cards, Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, and comics are available. They're all tax-free. Astronomical Cards and Comics, because our prices are out of this world. Out come the Gondomawagi Hunters. Owen Rice. Around the screen. Pad save. Rebound. Rice picks it up. Spinorama shot. Not on. And the ball stays in play. Scooped up by Dylan Martin. Martin in front. Rice not able to reel it in. And Owen Rice just took a slashing penalty. This one's starting to get away from the Hunters. Seven on the shot clock. Extra attacker on for Elora. There's a drive, not on. So, once again, the Hunters will be going to a Mohawk Super Bingo Find the Queen penalty kill. 13-5, 8:41 to go here. And here comes Elora. And basically, the Hunters in this third period had a goal and then have been in the penalty box for the rest of it. Slashy Minor. Back up top. Side Deer just lost his stick, so it's 5-on-3.5. Save made. And then Cy, I think he actually used his head to keep that ball in the crease. Kind of headbutted the ball back into the netminder. And look out, Martin goes crashing in. Ryan McDougall, look out! Right in front. And Colby Dobbins is going to go. .7:56 to go, timeout. Timeout on the floor. Or no, I think Elora is actually taking the timeout. Nope. All right. Just the goaltender's timeout. This timeout brought to you by Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness. If you want to look and feel your best, trust the experts at Pearl Spa Beauty and Wellness, located at the bottom of Blind Ladies Hill. Two minutes for delay of game on Dobbins. So 5-on-3, Laura. Wilson, tight save. Side here, scoops it up. Here goes side. Getting by Wilson, busting through a double. Triple team. And Laura's got possession of the ball. And we've got another penalty coming up to the Hunter. They got 4 guys out there. It's 5-on-3, by the way. Oh, we know what the penalty's for. Score. So it's a power play goal for Elora, 14-5 here. And now the confusion remains here as to, I think the penalty that was originally up on Owen Rice is done, and then the too many men on the floor call will now start. So once again, a 5-on-3 for Elora. Well, it's 14-5. Out comes Elora. 6:40 to go here in the third. Back up top. Shot blocked, and that'll do it for the shot clock. .6:31 to go here in this third period. Ganawagi killing off a penalty. Sagano Guatsudu Yanis Rice. Chin strap violation. Hey, when it rains, it pours. However, Game 3 back in Kahnawake will be a much sunnier day. Will it be enough for a win? We'll find out in 5 days. Back to the action here. Pat save. Interference. Fresh 30, Laura. Now it's 5-on-4. .545 left to go in the third. Back up top he goes. Wilson. Back out. And there's a save made. Kobe Lahash up to Connor Gorman. Gorman back out to Owen Rice. Three seconds to go on the penalty. Oh. And that floor is really getting slippery. Back to the middle. 4:50 to go. And we've got a goaltending change happening down on the other end. Morrison coming out. Sam Forbes is in. Bouncer save Benedict. .428 to go here in this third period. Sanganu Gatsuru Yanis over to Martin. Martin, a shot, not on. Ball comes in on Benedict. Up the floor. That'll go back in. Dehahande Albany has to pick it up. No fire. Not on. Shot clock violation on the Hunters. And Mark Henderson's going to the penalty box for a slash. So it is time once again for a Mohawk Super Bingo find the Queen Hunters penalty kill. And Mark Henderson will be exiled from the game. And that is a 5-minute major. Eight seconds to go. Shave made. Side here, bringing it back in. Spins out. No fire. Not on. Dion stuck behind the goal. I'll tell you what. In the second to last regular season game, the Kahnawake Hunters got absolutely outplayed by Gloucester. They lost 13-6. Gloucester didn't even make the playoffs. And I said it's a lot better to get your butt kicked right now than it is to get your butt kicked in the playoffs. And that's not how I said it. There's a goal. All right, Evan McDougall, he's got the hat trick. But never stop playing, never stop hustling. If you stop playing when you're getting whipped, and they're called the front runner, keep playing. Hunters, you can see they've tried. They've got their spirit is somewhat in there, but right now, and you're going to go down 0-2 here. But that doesn't mean that this series is over. Because you know how tough the Hunters are at home. They are one bad third period away from being unbeaten at home in the playoffs. And that Kahnawake Sports Complex crowd is going to be rocking. That's what I like. The Hunters still playing with intensity, although it's safe to say that intensity has crossed the line here in this third period. And that wasn't even McDougall, sorry, that was J.J. Levine that got a second. Three seconds to go. Shot clock violation on the Elora team. 2:05 to go here in the second. Final 2 minutes brought to you by Burning Leaf Convenience. Located across the street from Goodleys Auto on the 138. Sorry, there's a bit of a commotion over here to our left in the stands. That's why there's a little bit of a pause here. Dobbins, meanwhile, on the floor, letting one go. Save made. Don't repeat what you hear, folks. Sorry about that. Somebody in a cast is being escorted from the game. There's a shot not on. By the way, the extra attacker out here. We're in the final 40 seconds. Gorman, shot clock violation. .9 left to go here. Well, the Kahnawake Hunters are going to be going back home with some work to do. And through 2 games, the only thing the Hunters can do is show Elora their respect, as Elora has held serve on the home floor. But we're going back to Kahnawake, and you know the sports complex will be ready. That'll do it here. Your final score, Elora 15, Kahnawake 5. Elora has gone up 2-0. We'll see you on Friday evening for Game 3 of this best-of-5 series at the Kahnawake Sports Complex. Until then, take care. On to